What's happening, everybody? That one Rob guy here, bringing you my Battlefield Hardline commentary. As I just note on the screen there, yeah, that is literally the only revive I saw in the entire beta, and I was happy it was mine. So right there, this video is entitled Why I Did Not Like Battlefield Hardline. Several things happened for me that just made me really unhappy and that I just did not enjoy. I thought it was interesting. The gunplay was nice. The scenarios were great. The cops versus robbers, that was fun. But for example, like right there, everybody was talking about how overpowered the shotguns were, and I launched a few shots there and nothing happened. And I'm letting this one part run through here because another thing I really didn't like is there's absolutely no warning when I spawned in about whether or not I was about to have my ass handed to me. And that wasn't so much fun for me either. So, I mean, a couple of those things were really annoying, and I know those seem like minor details, but when you're used to things like, warning, don't spawn here, you'll get your ass shot off, and it doesn't happen, that's not cool. One thing here, though, like these battle pickups, that was interesting to me. Picking up the 240 was kind of cool, and walking through and having the LMG, and, right there. Obviously, I didn't headshot the guy, or I got credit for it, but he took one round from me and went down. And that's okay. So I'd also like to point out real fast that the reason there's no in-game audio here is my recording got screwed up. But right now, at this point, I could hear a bunch of people coming around the corner, and I actually, in the process of putting this video together, that scene right there where I get just dropped, I slowed that down, and I went frame by frame, and there was no muzzle flash ever from that guy's weapon, but I went down. And right here is the part I was referring to. There's no warning about spawning here is going to kill you. And once again, I fire off my 870 and I do 0 damage to this guy, but because of how I spawned in with no warning, I got taken down. That being said, there were some things that were great. Like for this part here, for example, was awesome because I was able to look for different paths to get through and find new ways. So what was great here as well is, I'm using an SMG and I'm getting my ass handed to me a little bit, and the tracers were helpful. And hey, that's the only service star I ever got in the entire beta. And sadly, I forgot to reload. So here's part of what I hated about Hotwire. This particular clip is at 500%. And if you watch the game clock in the corner, I literally drove around for a good 3 minutes doing nothing. I barely saw an enemy, barely saw really anything. I just drove in circles until I hit the truck and started getting shot at by the helicopter. And, I thought the helicopters were a little overpowered, but other people didn't really have that complaint. I certainly did. But yeah, that, like 3 minutes in Hotwire just driving around. This one here, this is actually at 1,000% speed. And again, you watch that game clock, I drive around for almost 5 minutes. Literally, I'm driving in circles for 5 minutes. I almost never see an enemy. I almost never see a friendly. I just drive around for 5 minutes. And I guess the thing there was, oh well, good for me. I bullied up and got some cash that I got to use for things that I didn't give a crap about. So I was not impressed by the game modes. I really felt like this was largely like playing Call of Duty, really. I mean, to the point where when I'm watching people stream, other than just me, literally I'm watching people's quickscope and talk about how great all the Call of Duty aspects were. And that didn't work for me. It's not feeling like a Battlefield game I'm gonna play. It doesn't feel like one I want to still play. So I guess I'll stick with my Battlefield 4. I wasn't happy with the way it felt. I didn't like the way it worked. But thanks for your time, and I look forward to your comments.